Today, Joe Biden rolled out the third part of his Build Back Better economic plan. At a speech in his home state of Delaware this afternoon, he laid out a plan to help fund the care of young children, the elderly, and family members with disabilities.
Today, I'm outlining the third plank of my Build Back Better program, mobilizing a 21st century care and elderly childhood education workforce to deal with the caregiving crisis. If I'm your president, here's what I would do. First, let's start by caring for aging relatives and loved ones with disabilities, helping them live independently. Here's an example. Right now, there are 800,000 people who are eligible for home and community care through Medicaid, who've already signed up for it. But they're waiting for a phone call back. For some, the wait is 5 years. 5 years. My plan makes a bold investment so states can clear the waiting list. To make sure we ease the financial burden for more families going forward, we have to make long-term federal investments. We'll have a major innovation fund that allows states to test and expand successful ways.
Biden is also proposing national pre-K for all 3- and 4-year-olds. CBS News campaign reporter Bo Erickson joins me now. Hi, Bo. Great to see you. So who exactly is this plan that Joe Biden outlined designed to appeal to?
Well, we started to hear him a little bit talk about the 3 groups of people as we see it that this specific 21st century care plan is directed at. First, older Americans definitely get top billing in this plan. These are people that are in Joe Biden's age bracket. And on a political level, this is smart from the campaign because this is the group of people that the campaign is really trying to latch on to and take away out of President Trump's corner ahead of November. The older Americans, it is about $450 billion of the $775 billion plan that is directed to them through getting that Medicaid list down, like Joe Biden said. The second group, child care, very young students going into pre-K and then having more child care options. That obviously affects their parents as well, who are feeling the crush. And Joe Biden talked a lot about how he knows what it's like to be a single parent because of the tragedies that happened to him. And so we can't imagine what it feels like during the COVID-19 pandemic to not have child care or trying to work at home and do child care. And then the third group is he wants to make this 21st century care program a jobs program to try to build back better, as he says, after the COVID-19 pandemic. And with this care program, he wants to create 3 million new jobs, 1.5 million with child care and 1.5 million with elder care.
The plan is certainly ambitious and it may require more than him just winning the presidential election. It may require a legislative blue wave. But how would a Biden administration pay for all of this?
Exactly. It's going to take a lot of money to pay for something like this. And the Biden campaign has phrased these Build Back Better plans, the 3 elements here, as a stimulus after the pandemic as well. So they know that it will take a large investment. The way that they keep saying that they're going to pay for these large sticker price plans is through repealing those Trump tax cuts. So like you said, they're definitely going to have to get a Congress on board for that to do that as well. And then in this plan, they're also targeting real estate brokers who make more than $400,000. They say that they get too many tax breaks. And so they say that if you add up those savings, you will be able to pay for this new 21st century care force.
And then who, though, would be eligible for the tax credits that Biden is proposing?
So there are 2 interesting elements on the tax credits here. First is for child care, and that's an $8,000 tax credit for low to middle class families to make child care more affordable for them. Biden talked about that a lot today in his remarks. And then that's kind of an and/or proposition with trying to make it so it's not more than 7% of a monthly income for families, for low and middle class families. That is the goal there. And then there's a second bucket bit of tax credits as well, and those are for informal caregivers, and that is a $5,000 tax credit for those Americans who take care of a loved one. They would have to go into a health practitioner's office, and they would sign a form, I guess, to say that they are taking care of someone, and then they would get $5,000 tax credit.
So let's talk a little bit about Biden's potential running mates, Bo. He confirmed that 4 Black women are on his short list, but he didn't commit to choosing one of them yet. Who are these women?
Exactly. He has been reluctant to say that he will pick a Black woman as his running mate. And then last night in an interview, he confirmed that there were 4 Black women, among others, who are currently being vetted. And he did not say exactly who they are, but this kind of either indicates that a shorter list is now going through, or he maybe have just axed some potential running mates right there in the interview, because our list here at CBS News has 6 Black women currently under consideration. And just real quickly, that is Florida Congresswoman Val Demings, Susan Rice from the Obama administration, Keisha Lance Bottoms, the mayor of Atlanta, Senator Kamala Harris from California, Karen Bass, the head of the Congressional Black Caucus, and then also Stacey Abrams, the Georgia politician. And so that is 6 Black women among the roughly 10 people who are still going through the vetting process, which we expect by the end of the month we'll have some one-on-one interviews with Biden, and then maybe, hopefully, an announcement at the beginning of August.
It will be exciting to see who he picks. All right, well, Bo Erickson, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.